loves, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we have a new pick a card reading all about your life in 1 year from now. So if you're curious what's going to be happening, where you're going to be at in 1 whole year from now, then this is the right video for you. I'm so excited to get into it. If this popped up on your feed, if you felt called to it, then welcome. The way that this works is I connect to angels and spirits to bring information for your highest good at this time using the tarot cards and the oracle cards. And I have 4 different groups in front of me, and each group holds different information within it and will have different messages, different themes. And depending on which one you are intuitively called towards, your intuition knows exactly which group is going to hold all the relevant information for you, which group is going to resonate with you and have all the accurate information about what you can expect in your life 1 year from now. So the way that your intuition works is maybe from the thumbnail or maybe by looking at the group options right here. Perhaps there's one group that stands out amongst the rest towards you. Maybe there's one that just your eyes darted towards at first or you felt magnetized towards, and that is your intuition speaking to you. So trust that first initial instinct that you get because that is your intuition. But if you're having trouble visually tapping into a group, another thing that I like to do is take my hand and I just hold it over each of the piles, sensing what I feel as I hold my hand over top of each of them. Maybe there's going to be a hot or cold sensation. Maybe there's going to be a magnetizing sensation. Maybe there's just something that stands out when you are holding it above one of these groups. Maybe there's just something that's just going to feel different. It's going to feel more in alignment. And that again is your intuition speaking to you. And then there's timestamps linked down below in the comment box as well as the description box so that you can easily navigate and skip right ahead to your personal reading all about what you can expect in your life 1 year from now. I feel some really good energies going into this. I cannot wait to channel spirits messages. I just feel like it's going to be really exciting. I feel like we're going to get a lot of information. So I'm stoked about it. If you like to choose based on the crystal energy, I know some of you guys like to see close-ups of the crystals to connect with them. And if that is the case, over here on group number 1, we have this beautiful piece of blue kyanite with mica on top of it. That's why you get this beautiful shine and shimmer. So that is for group number 1. If you feel drawn to that crystal or to group number 1, that's going to be your pile. Over on group number 2, we have this beautiful piece of citrine. So if you find yourself drawn to this crystal or to group number 2, then that is going to be your reading. Group number 3, we have this beautiful Aqua aura quartz. So if you're drawn to group 3 or this Aqua aura quartz, that's going to be your crystal and your pile. Then over on group number 4, we have this rose quartz crystal. So if you're drawn to the rose quartz or to group number 4, then that is going to be your pile. So those are the different group options for today's video. You can take as much time as you need in order to pick your group. Occasionally you may find yourself drawn to multiple groups, and that just means that there's multiple messages for you in today's video. So you'd go ahead and watch all the ones in which you are drawn towards, but usually most of the time there's just going to be one that stands out amongst the rest, and that is your messages all about where you're going to be in 1 year from now. So with all that being said, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into today's video. All right, my group number 1s, if you chose this pile, this is going to be your reading, so let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so starting with your astro dice, let's see 1 year from now where you're going to be at. What are the themes? We have Mars in Capricorn in the 2nd house. Okay, so a couple of things that I can tell for you right off the bat is that you are going to be in so much of a better place financially in your life 1 year from now. Like there's a lot of action, a lot of motivation in regards to making your finances and your material life so much better. In fact, I feel like there's going to be opportunities coming in that are going to help you increase your material assets, the things that you own. So if some of you are like, oh, I really want to invest my money into investments or a house or just more material types of things so that you just feel like you're at a better place in your life, you know, surrounded by more things that bring you a sense of stability, more things that bring you a sense of security, and more things that bring you a sense of comfort as well. So you're going to be doing a lot of action between now and 1 year from now that are going to help you just create so much of a better place financially. Mars is this planet of action. It's also the warrior. It has breakthroughs. So if you currently feel like you have had a wall or a cap when it comes to your money or your finances, or if it just feels like there's certain things that you would love to purchase and get and attain, but it just has felt like there's resistance or a wall in the way, or if it just feels like you're not at the place for that right now, I see that Mars is going to really help you get this motivation to really just up-level your life in your finances. I'm also hearing that your diet is becoming better too, like just the way that you nourish yourself, you're becoming so much more conscious of that. And this Capricorn energy, there's a lot of self-improvement energy because Capricorn is like, for one, it's so good being in the second house because it brings this sense of security and stability and being on top of your responsibilities, but also in this way where you're kind of feeling like you've leveled up. And just this whole combination here, I just feel like you're going to be leveling up your life and you're going to be really proud of where you're at materially in your life and with finances. Like you're going to feel really balanced and on top of like all the things that you need to be on top of, but then also having fun with this Mars energy. Like you're also having fun here. So this is really beautiful. Ooh, those cards. Okay. So there's some cards that immediately wanted to come out of the deck. And I feel like that's Spirit's way of speaking. So we're going to go with it. And the fact that, look at this, we have 6 of Wands, 3 of Wands coming out. This is wild. So we also have these ones as well. Let's start off here. So Judgment being reversed. One thing that I feel like you are also doing within this next year is releasing a lot of the things that have been holding you back. Maybe there was a fear of what other people would think or say. Maybe it was your own judgments of yourself that have been holding you back in certain ways. And since this card is reversed here, I feel like you are releasing a lot of those blocks that have been stopping you and some of those internal criticisms that might have been stopping you as well. We also have the Conqueror of Coins. This one's also known as the Knight of Pentacles. When this one comes up reversed, I also feel like another thing that you are doing is like areas in which you felt like you couldn't conquer your finances or you couldn't conquer the material things that you wanted to attain. This is also going to be shifting. You also might shift some way in your career. Like you might be looking at what no longer feels like the right direction for you and making new decisions that are going to shift that. We also have 2 of Coins being reversed. Oh yeah, so areas in which you were imbalanced. Oh, wow, yeah. Areas in which you were imbalanced. Sovereign of Wands is the Queen of Wands. There was areas that you felt a lack of confidence in that possibly even brought about like stress or anxiety or anger or this feeling of unworthiness, even this feeling of like not being fully confident in yourself. There's some things that were making you feel not so great. And this is a year where you're going to be conquering those things, rebalancing those things. I'm almost getting a message that for some of you, there was maybe a imbalance when it came to income versus spending. And it just felt like it was a lot. Or even 2 of Coins, like just balancing your life in general, balancing your emotions, balancing your money, balancing your time, your energy, your schedule. Like there was like an imbalance there, and you're really going to be addressing that over this next year, and calling back your confidence, calling back your inner power. I feel like you're kind of so done with, you're so done with the walls that have been standing in your way, that have been holding you back in life. And I feel like you're so ready for, you're so ready for a change. You're so ready for a breakthrough. And that's also why we have Six of Wands and the Three of Wands coming out as your next cards, which just makes so much sense because I feel like this is where you're headed. And in 1 year from now, you're going to be feeling this Six of Wands, Three of Wands energy, which both of these cards are really positive. The Six of Wands is when we are getting cheered on. We've had some sort of success where we're getting recognition. People are really happy for us. It's like a celebratory card, and it almost kind of puts us in the spotlight a little bit, where it can either represent something like a promotion, for example, where our talents or skills are being recognized. So all of a sudden, you know, we're getting that boost, we're getting that up level. It can also indicate, for example, if you've been working on something and you're ready to launch it, and then you do, and it's, you know, it's doing well, and people are like, oh my gosh, we need to celebrate this big win that you've had. You know, it's some sort of milestone, some sort of big win. It can even be things such as a graduation or some other milestone that's going to be really positive for you. And you might even win some sort of award or gain some form of recognition or spotlight moment for whatever it is that you're doing and accomplishing. Like, people are really proud of you. And then the Three of Wands is when we are about to go off on expanding this even further. So I don't even feel like, you know, you're done yet. You still have more to conquer, more to do, even as you reach this kind of next level of success next year. It's going to take you even further, and you're going to take that vision even farther. We also have the Chariot upright, and then we have the Ace of Swords being reversed as well. I do feel like you're making new decisions that perhaps you didn't think that you would make before. There's also this moving forward energy. Maybe even like deciding to let something go that's no longer working for you in your life, something that was holding you back. You're kind of setting yourself free, cutting yourself loose. Ooh, actually, Ace of Swords being reversed here, and then the Chariot coming right after. Like, I feel like there's this energy of cutting loose something where you felt stuck, you felt bound. This could have been a relationship. This could have been a job that you didn't like. This could have been where you lived and maybe it didn't resonate with you. There's this energy of like cutting yourself free to move forward so that you're not stuck anymore. And that's going to be helping to set you free. You're definitely cutting yourself loose from things that have been holding you back. It could have even been internal things, like internal fears, internal inhibitions, internal things where you were endlessly planning or even procrastinating, right? Ace of Swords being reversed, endlessly planning, endlessly procrastinating without moving forward. And then all of a sudden the Chariot is like us getting our butt in gear of, okay, I'm moving forward. I'm finally making a decision. Areas of your life where you had a lot of indecision or procrastination, or even this internal judgment that would come through and almost just stop you in your tracks from moving forward on what you felt was right, what you felt called towards. You're gaining that confidence to do that in this next year. And I feel like by next year, you will have already made so much progress in this area of your life to where you're going to be looking back and you're kind of like, I've made it a long way. And there's going to be something to celebrate. There's a milestone that you are going to be celebrating. And I feel like it's going to happen about 6 to 9 months from now. That's when this celebration is happening. Then 1 year from now, it's sort of like you're expanding it even further because you're like, oh, I can take this even further now. I can continue moving forward. I can continue growing in this direction. So that's really positive right there. Just taking a sip of my tea. And then let's get into some more cards here for you. So, my group ones, what else can you expect 1 year from now? Ooh, we have the Love Maker card. Ooh, and I feel like this one wants to come out too. So, for one, I feel like your passions are getting ignited. There's going to be something that you love working on or doing, or even a person that you really love seeing. There's something that's lighting you up. And this could be on a personal level, like a passion that lights you up, that you're just like, oh my God, I'm so excited about this thing. I love working on it. I love doing this. This could even be like a hobby or something fun. But I do feel like for a lot of you, this is either like a vision that you can't wait to pour your heart into, a project that you can't wait to pour your heart into. Or for some of you, this is even like within your love and romantic life that you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so passionate. There's something that's really lighting you up. And it could even be on both levels for a lot of you. Because the tarot and the oracle often have many layers to them. And oftentimes when we're loving life in one area, it pours over into the next. And something that I'm sort of feeling is that there's like passion that's pouring from your life, and it's lighting you up. It's making you really happy. It's something that every day you're like, oh my God, this is like such an amazing chapter. This is such an amazing aspect of my life, and it's making you feel lucky. Like it's almost like you're feeling like really in alignment, really happy. It's again bringing out your passion for life. We also have the energy or card of divine, which is bringing this divine energy into your life. This says calibrate, connect, stabilize, and personify. So you're kind of like making your life more tranquil, more at ease. You're also feeling more connected with your path because, I feel like once you get to this next chapter by next year, you're going to be looking back and kind of just feeling like you have created a life that's so much more in alignment. You are going to feel so much more in alignment with who you're meant to be. It's kind of like you're really honoring some of those inner things that maybe you were held back from before. And now it's sort of like you're really allowing them in your life. You might also be in this energy of really trusting the universe a lot more, especially if you went through a period of a lack of trust and a lack of stability. I feel like you're going to feel more of that connection to kind of trusting and having more faith in yourself and in your life. We also have boundaries coming up, so this is huge. You're going to feel more protected in your life in multiple aspects. So for one, I am feeling financially, since we had a financial theme come up for you right off the bat, you're going to have better boundaries when it comes to your finances. This is going to help you so much, and you're going to feel so much more rich by next year because of those like better boundaries that you have. It's like you have better structure. You might also be creating really good boundaries when it comes to your relationships. And this might coincide with creating, really healthy, good relationships in your life. Things that, I'm also hearing that aspects of yourself that you've wanted to create boundaries with when it came to like habits that you wanted to let go of, things that you've really wanted to stick to. You're creating the proper boundaries to actually stick to those things. We also have the card of surrender and soul work. You are letting go of things that you cannot control, which is going to help you so much in your life kind of like let go of things that were weighing on your energy. You're going to be able to let go of that and totally surrender to the things that you're just kind of like, you know what, I can't control that situation. Things that you feel out of control of right now, you're kind of like making peace with it and moving on. And then through this next year, you're going to realize the amount of growth that you gain from that. That's going to help you so much in your life. Like I'm hearing that this could be trying to control a relationship, trying to control an external circumstance, things like that. And it's almost like you're surrendering to those things, letting certain things go. And it is allowing you to actually propel forward in your life towards the things that are truly meant for you. And then we also have the card of soul work coming through. So for one, I immediately heard the words collecting the honey, making the honey. So when it comes to the sweetness of life, I feel like you are getting into alignment with creating more sweetness, putting in the work, putting in the work for yourself and your soul's growth, your soul's development, your character development. Like, you are growing so much. There's going to be certain things that do pop up over this next year that really maybe challenge you to have certain breakthroughs. But these breakthroughs, after you're on the other side of it, you're going to be looking back and you're going to be so glad that you've had these breakthroughs. Like, Mars brings the breakthrough energy. Being in Capricorn, it really helps us strive to become better and higher. And also just being in the second house too, I just feel like accomplishments. There's going to be certain accomplishments that you just make this year that are incredible. This diamond that is on the B for some reason is really sticking out to me. For some of you guys, I really want to say that that might mean that you find the person. Like, if you're single and you're looking, I feel like you might find the person that you really want to commit to and that really wants to commit to you. And there could be a commitment happening in this next year if that's something that you are waiting for and wanting. I am seeing that for some of you. But if you are already in a solid relationship, I feel like this is also your commitment to just becoming like this better, stronger, higher version of you, and also kind of seeing more of your worth. So that's another aspect of this as well. It's like seeing your worth. And let's see, what else do we get here for you, my group ones? Ooh. Okay, we also have believe in the impossible. The blue moon, believe in the impossible. Things that you used to not believe could happen for you. I feel like you're opening new doors over this next year, realizing that more is possible for you than you kind of ever gave yourself credit for before. You're kind of embracing and welcoming in new possibilities. And there could even be something that happens that's so out of the blue, like blue moon, it's so out of the blue that it catches you off guard and you're kind of like, I would have never guessed that that opportunity was going to come my way or that experience was going to come my way. There's something out of the blue that's coming through. It could even be like an opportunity or something else that you're really going to appreciate and look forward to. We also have the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. So whatever it is that you're going through that might not be easy, those things are going to be ended. Financial hardship, that is going to be ended. This Capricorn energy is really coming up again. So you're climbing higher. If it felt like you were at the bottom of a mountain and it felt so hard to climb, you're reaching the top of that mountain. And maybe not even necessarily the top, but you're reaching such a high height beyond what you thought you were capable of. And then it's going to expand even more. It's going to expand even more. And there's going to be like more heights to reach, which is a really good thing. So yeah, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Things that you're dealing with right now are going to ease up. And then a personal issue reaches resolution. Why do I feel like some of you have like a relationship to maybe address? Or this could even be a personal issue, kind of like internally, things that we need to address internally, because sometimes the full moon in Cancer can symbolize our internal self, our own inner emotions. But a personal issue that you're going through is going to reach a resolution. The end of that tough cycle. This could have been judgment. This could have been even something in like a personal relationship that wasn't, it wasn't going the way you wanted it. And so it's kind of like this surrender, this boundary, moving forward, moving on. leaving the past in the past. Personal issue reaching resolution there. You're also going to feel very protected, and the universe wants you to know that you're very protected at this time. So that message is also just wanting to come through as well. It's like you're very divinely protected. So believe in that and know that. I feel like Spirit is wanting to say that your spirit guides are with you and guiding you through this, and you can believe in yourself. Like for some reason that message is coming through for whatever reason. So with that being said, let's see any last cards that we get for you here, all about your life in 1 year from now. Let's see. Any other things? I'm randomly hearing some of you are going to be driving a new car by next year. That's also a random thing that's coming through. Like I'm feeling new car energy. Especially for those of you that have been really feeling like, oh, I need a new vehicle. I need a new mode of transportation. So that's definitely going to be coming through. Those of you who've wanted to travel and go on a trip, I'm seeing that happening for you as well. I just want to point that out. I'm seeing, definitely seeing that happen. Oh, look at this card that came out. So there's something here where you are like having some important conversations around a relationship that have been needed to be discussed. This card says, have the difficult conversation. What or who in your life, might I ask, have you been maybe feeling like there's something that you have to get off your chest? There's something that you feel like you have to discuss and say. Because this is going to be happening over the next year, and it's going to help set you free. It's going to help end the tough cycle and reach a resolution in this aspect of your life. Okay. Then we also have, when you feel like you don't fit in, make space. That's one of my favorite cards ever. When you feel like you don't fit in, make space. You're going to become a lot more confident in doing that. By the way, you're going to become so much more confident in yourself and kind of just being you, being seen, being out there, being more open. Like you're going to be much more confident in yourself. Then we also have the card of, I give myself permission to release any guilt, shame, or regret. I give myself permission to release any guilt, shame, or regret. So important. Then we have my evolution is beautiful. And that is the last card to end us off in today's reading. My evolution is beautiful, and that it is, my love. That is what we have for your life, all about what's going to be happening 1 year from now. You are going to be in such a better place in regards to your material world and your money and your finances. And there's something that's really lighting you up. This love maker card, like the passion is really igniting here. So definitely look forward to that and the resolution of other things in your life that have needed their resolutions. So this is really positive and really great. I'm so excited for you, my group number ones. This is going to be a really fun year of just a lot of breakthroughs and really like some major success here that's going to be really celebrated. So get excited for that. I'm sending you so much love, and until next time, bye. All right, my group number twos, if you chose this pile, this is going to be your reading. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. All right, so beginning with your Astro dice, let's see your life in 1 year. So we have the sun in Capricorn. Ooh, some Capricorn energy be coming up lately in the 12th house. So the sun is all about your soul, your radiance, your shine, your confidence. It's also your soul's sort of path, your soul's destiny. And being in Capricorn, this is a major up level. Capricorn strives to reach higher heights. Capricorn is like the mountain goat that keeps climbing higher. So you can think about you in this next year. You are going to be doing things that help your growth, and your growth is all happening in the themes of the 12th house. So the 12th house is your mental state. So your mental state is actually going to be greatly improving. You are going to be shedding light on things that perhaps you didn't see, like other other aspects of yourself. Like this could even be subconscious limitations that have been on you, especially if some of you are into manifestation or you're into self-improvement or anything like that. If you're into that, or if you've been getting into it, or perhaps you're just about to get into something like that, this is having breakthroughs in that area to where you mentally progress so much. You also progress spiritually. You progress in your inner creativity, your inner vision, your inner kind of, your vision that you kind of create for your future, because that's all the 12th house energy. And it's very much like our unconscious and our subconscious mind, and it's very deeply associated to our mental state and again, our creativity. So I'm just seeing you rising to higher heights in all of those areas. I'm seeing you having like really increased your sense of inner value. I see you also creating belief systems that are going to help you shine, that are going to help you step into your confidence, that are also going to help you step into more of your soul's purpose, more of your soul's true direction in life. Oh, uncovering, because the 12th house also deals with like secrets or things that are hidden and stuff like that. The fact that we have the sun here, you are also going to be illuminating things that you had not yet figured out in life. If you have felt lost in any way, or if there's things where you're just like, okay, what do I do next? Or how do I make this happen? Or, maybe I have this vision for my life, but I have no idea how to create it or go about it. Ooh, you are going to be unlocking the secrets of how to do that. If there's anything that you still wanted to deeply learn, deeply integrate, deeply figuring out manifestation, figuring out yourself, figuring out your purpose, figuring out what you truly believe, figuring out what you're meant for. This is all illuminating that. The sun illuminates all of those things. You're going to be finding these answers over the next year, and it's going to become so much more clear and grounded because this Capricorn energy, you're already going to be making so much progress towards something new here. There could even be hidden gifts and talents, like a hidden passion even that gets awakened in you over this next year. Things that you don't even see right now, by the way. I'm also getting this energy of unexpected. There's this word unexpected that keeps popping in my head. And this is coming from the fact that over the next year, there's going to be some unexpected new ideas that you get, new passions, new things that are just so brand new in alignment for you that are going to be coming into your life that light up your soul. Your soul is going to be so much more lit up, and you're going to have a deeper sense of purpose, a deeper sense of direction in your life. Okay? So we also have the 10 of Pentacles being reversed over here. I feel like you were going through a period where it might have felt like there was a lack of fulfillment. Or sometimes the 10 of Cups can also indicate that we have felt as if we were walking with like a rain cloud over our head, and it kind of felt like there was this looming energy of not feeling quite fulfilled, not feeling quite happy, not feeling quite there yet. And maybe we were seeking that. The 10 of Cups is also a reminder, by the way, some of the secret wisdom that's within the 10 of Cups is a reminder that after it rains comes the rainbow, and the flowers start blooming, the fruit starts blossoming. Because in nature, in order for things to grow, in order for things to blossom, in order for the fruit to be, grown, there needs to be cloud and rain and storm and all of that. Because that's what feeds the growth of the plants. So the secret wisdom of the 10 of Cups, especially when it comes up reversed, is the reminder that anything that it is that you've been going through, if you have felt like you were in a storm, or if you were in the rain, or if you were in a cloudy period of your life, there's this reminder here that this is actually going to aid in your growth massively. And something that I also noticed too is that we have the Sun card coming out underneath here. So since the Ten of Cups indicates the rain, especially when it's reversed and it's the rainy period, Ace of Pentacles is about planting the seed. I hope you can see where I'm going with this. Then we have the sun. The sun's going to come shine again. You are literally getting all the ingredients right now. And the universe wants you to know is you are literally getting all the ingredients right now for some major growth in your life and for the blossoming of something completely new. The blossoming of something that is going to completely light you up. We have the sun in your aster dice and then the sun coming out over here. Things are about to get so much brighter. You are going to feel brighter. Your inner energy is going to be brighter. You are going to be lit up by life, right? Rather than feeling like we're stuck under the rain cloud. There is going to be this lighting up energy and you're going to be planting a seed. So planting the seed is like a new idea, right? And the seeds are what bring us the flowers, the fruit. You can even see that the Ace of Pentacles here, there's flowers blossoming, right? Because the Ace of Pentacles is the planting of a seed. It's the intention, it's an idea, it's an opportunity. The Pentacles are related to material things in our life, so such as money, career, striving towards a big goal, such as the purchase of a house, or striving towards a particular career or job or education, all material things like that. It could be some sort of big purchase that you want to make or a job that you want to create, all of those different types of things. You are being led to attaining something really big that you've intended for or that you will be intending for, especially if you feel unclear right now, or even if you do have a slight sense of what it is that you want, all the answers are going to be coming to you about how to make it happen. You are being led to making it happen. You are being led to the fulfillment. And then even if we look at the Sun card, she's there. It's like a woman with a child. So this can resemble like a rebirth, the rebirth of you, the rebirth of like fun and happiness and excitement, the rebirth of feeling nurtured and cared for, and just this feeling of like being held and being safe and being illuminated, feeling radiant, like all of that kind of energy. It can symbolize all of that. At the same time, it can also symbolize actual births. So for those of you where that might be relevant, maybe there is like if some of you are planning on getting pregnant, or you want to get pregnant, or you want to have a family, this card is a really good card for that. And yeah, I just want to point that out for those of you that it is relevant for. But for the most part, like 90% of the time, the Sun card is more talking about, you know, the illumination of your soul, the happiness, the bright energy. And, you know, we need the sun and the rain in order to create growth. We need the sun and the rain in order to create the fruits and the flowers and all of that. So that is what's coming for you. You're going through the perfect cycle in order to get somewhere really exciting, in order to have a vision or an idea blossom, in order for you to blossom. You're gaining all the right experiences right now. So trust in that, because the universe really wants you to know that and to trust that is like you are being led in the right direction. Good things are coming of this. Then we also have the Nine of Swords being reversed. This is when we let go of anxieties and fears. So I love that this card came up reversed for you. Things that made you anxious or fearful or stressed, if you've had sleepless nights, if your mind has been really, again, feeling against you or just feeling kind of not where you'd like it to be, next year, you are going to have released all of that. That's no longer even going to be there. Like, see how these swords are sort of like bothering her when it's this direction? When it's reversed, these swords fall away and they're no longer bothering her mentally and emotionally and Yeah. Then we also have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so another thing too is you're going to be taking your power back. The Five of Pentacles is when we have felt powerless in our situation. It can also talk about things that we've been dealing with physically that have been kind of draining for us, or physically like difficult for us to navigate and move through. And something else that I'm also seeing here is that those things are no longer going to be stressing you. You're really calling your power back, and the sun is helping illuminate your strength. It's helping illuminate your soul. It's helping to illuminate what you can do. And the Ace of Pentacles is really showing me that there's going to be like this new spark, this new idea that's going to really help move you out of a situation that might have been difficult or hard or just not ideal. This card can also talk about our health too. And I feel like you're going to be illuminating, getting answers, because the sun also talks about the illumination of things that were mysterious, things that were, you know, gave us a bunch of questions, things that you were questioning, things that didn't make sense, things that you're like, okay, where's the answer to that? Where's the answer to my purpose? Where's the answer to what I've been dealing with? Where's the answer to how I overcome all of that? Those answers are going to be coming in over this next year, and you're going to be at such a different place in your life over this next year. And so much more in this nurturing energy too, this rebirth, where it kind of feels like you go into an entirely new chapter. There's a whole new mindset, a whole new outlook, a whole new you, and it's optimism as well. But it's not an optimism where it's like a fluffy optimism of like, oh, I'm just being optimistic. No, the optimism of the Sun card is like, we actually start to see all the positivity that's around us. We start to really see the positive opportunity that is literally right there, because it is there. The sun brings it. The sun illuminates it. The sun brings all of the positive like outcomes and opportunities and ideas and answers that we've been needing. This is also the confidence to call your power back. The sun is the powerhouse. It helps us energize. If you felt low energy, a lack of inspiration, a lack of motivation, the sun is when we get reinvigorated. So you are getting reinvigorated. You're getting reinvigorated to move forward, to climb higher, to make change and do all of that. It's going to be so positive. So anyway, moving into more cards here. Let's see what else we get for you, my group twos. Let's see more about your life in 1 year from now. What else are we going to be having going on? I do see the Ace of Pentacles too being like a new opportunity, and it could be one that you're kind of making for yourself, or it could even be one that just pops into your life in general. And it is also like a new chapter, and I'm also hearing this word like reset. We have Sovereign, so yeah, calling your power back. This is literally the card of calling your power back, reclaiming your power. The Leo energy, by the way, is connected to the sun. Lions represent the sun, especially astrologically. So reclaiming your power, reclaiming your radiance, governing your life, preserving your happiness, your well-being, remembering who you really are, remembering your inner power, and then being able to make change because you're remembering your inner power. It's like impossible to make change when we're not remembering our inner power, right? Like it feels impossible. And also like when we are dealing with situations too, when we are doubtful of our ability to conquer it, oh my gosh, that's like when we really feel depleted, when we really feel in this Five of Pentacles energy and the Nine of Swords energy, right? Like we feel things are impossible. 10 of Cups being reversed, like, ooh. But right when you reclaim your power and you realize like, oh, and you remember your inner power, oh my gosh, like that's a game changer, right? when we call our power back and we're like, you know what? No, I am no longer going to settle for this. I'm going to do something. I'm going to take some action here to completely find my answers, find what I need to do, take the action that I need to take. Oh, it's the energy of calling your power back. And you're definitely deeply, deeply calling your power back over this next year. And like, look at her. She's confident. She is confident. Let's see what else we get here. I also feel like you're going to be much more confident too, to kind of like be open and to be vulnerable, but in like the strongest way, if that makes sense. It's kind of like you actually no longer feel vulnerable by being vulnerable, if that makes sense. You actually feel in your power because you know that you're so powerful yourself. So it's okay for you to be open. It's okay for you to be out there. It's okay for you to make decisions and move forward and take action and overcome and climb higher. Like, yeah, all of that. We also have the card of divine coming through for you. So your divine connection, this card is connected to trusting the universe. So if you felt like there was a lack of trust, if you felt like maybe there was even a moment of going through questioning what you believe in, questioning whether you can trust the universe, you are going to reconnect with the divine, feeling so connected, feeling so much more in tune and in trust with your path, with the universe, with God, whatever it is that you believe in. It's like you're reconnecting to that faith, to that belief, even the belief in yourself and your own divineness, feeling so much more in alignment with that, opening that doorway again, feeling that, that faith, that trust, which is going to help you feel so much more secure, so much more sure. You might even have like a very divine experience or moment over the next year that helps you step into your power and really helps reinvigorate that deep trust with the universe. And let's see what else we get here for you. Let's see. We also have reflect. I feel like, ooh, you're going to be so different than the version of you that you started out as. Like, you're going to be so different 1 year from now, to where I feel like you can almost look at your old reflection or even an old photo and be like, whoa, look at how much I've changed. It's going to be night and day, the ways in which you change. I also feel like you're going to have so many realizations and epiphanies that are very valuable over this next year. Okay, we also have the card here of speak truth. So this is like your throat chakra opening, your ability to kind of like be more open, be more vulnerable, speak what's on your mind. Also coming to truth. So if you've been seeking truth, if you've been seeking answers, this is also the card of being able to find those. We also have the creator coming through. And also get wild. Ooh, that is some amazing energy right here, especially with, look at this, the wolves at the top of the mountain. Your ability to kind of like get wild and break through, break down old barriers, break down old walls, that's going to be really coming through for you. The creator card is you taking your power back to be the creator of your reality, realizing that you have so much power within you to do so. And let's get some more cards on here as well. Let's see, my group twos. What else do we have happening for you over this next year? Some of you might even be really inspired to get a new job. Like some of you, this Ace of Pentacles energy is like getting something that's more in alignment with you. And then we also have your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. I think one of the biggest things that you're also realizing is that in order to make things happen, it's like we need an action plan. We need to take action on it. And this is going to be one of the big changes that happens for you as well over this next year, is like having this practical plan. And then you're going to be able to make progress on it. Like I really see you making actual, real progress, no longer feeling stuck or in that limbo energy. Then we also have your commitment is being tested. So one thing too is like, perhaps there was an energy where we used to give up easily on certain things. We used to maybe give up on ourselves. Maybe we just didn't feel like we had that inner strength or that inner power to kind of push through when things got hard. Maybe it felt like it was like we almost felt defeated. There was almost this defeated energy that I'm getting from your past. And in 1 year from now, it's sort of like you're not going to be dealing with that anymore, because your ability to commit to things because of your inner strength, because of your inner power that you're really finding and unlocking and reinvigorating and remembering. It's kind of like your ability to now achieve things and accomplish things is so much higher than before, because you're really stepping into that power. So over this next year, you might find that maybe there's times where you're like, oh, I want to revert back to just like, you know, my old ways. But then you're going to think like, no. Like I'm calling my power back. You're putting a practical plan to your dreams, which is also very Capricorn, by the way. So it's sort of like you're creating this more practical plan and you're really sticking to it. And areas of your life where it was hard for you to stay committed to certain things, you're really learning the strength and the power that comes through commitment. And I feel like it's going to be life-changing for you. It's going to be life-changing for you in the aspects of like money and finances and career, and also your love life, and also your personal happiness, your personal health, your mental well-being, your emotional well-being, your physical well-being. All of those things are going to greatly improve from your ability to really commit, to create a practical plan, to stick to it, to remember your power. Like all of these things are going to be happening and transpiring, and it's going to help you get into so much more alignment. And let's see, any last cards for my group twos to end us off here, all about where you're going to be at 1 year from now. So let's see what we have for you. I love when this card comes up. And if you are somebody who has seen this card in multiple readings now, remember this. I am the luckiest person in the world. The things that you say to yourself, your subconscious programs, your subconscious beliefs, create your reality. When you can affirm and you can really start to believe, I'm the luckiest person in the world, watch what happens when you truly integrate that belief, because that's going to start reflecting in your reality. So it's really important. Then we also have not choosing is still choosing. So when we're stuck in limbo about things and we're not making a choice and we're still wondering like, do I do it or do I not do it? Or, you know, what do I do? Not choosing is still choosing. Then we also have I'm always in the right place at the right time. So you are not behind on anything. You did not ruin anything. You're always in the right place at the right time. You are you, and you, what is meant for you will always be. You can never ruin something that's meant for you because it's meant for you. Therefore, there's nothing that you could do that could deter it from your life because it's meant for you and all of who you are. So remember that you are always in the right place at the right time. You are not behind. You are not too far ahead. You're right where you need to be. You are always in the right place at the right time. So those are the messages to end us off with. It looks like it's going to be a lot of internal transformation over this next year, but then there's also going to be those physical aspects where you're really finding your purpose, finding more of who you are, and getting into alignment with that and finding the answers that you need that have been your biggest mysteries to solve in order to get you back to this place of like total happiness, total radiance, total confidence, in love with life, feeling like your energy is radiating, feeling energized by life, feeling invigorated, like you're coming back to that energy, refinding that from within, really invigorating your soul by finding more about who you are and what you're truly meant for. So that is what we have here for you, my group number 2s. And it's so interesting I put citrine on this pile because citrine is the stone of confidence. And it's connected to the sun. So that just makes so much sense that we had this reading for you. So anyway, I'm sending you so much love. Thank you so much for joining me here for today's video. And until next time, bye. All right, my group 3s, if you chose this pile, this is gonna be a reading. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so beginning with our Astro Dice, let's see what we have for you. So we have Neptune in Aquarius in the 10th house. Ooh, the 10th house is your goals, your aspirations, your purpose. It's connected to your career. But yeah, it's like very much the goals and aspirations that we are striving towards, the achievements that we want to reach. And Neptune is all about our vision, our fantasy. It's also connected to the media. It's connected to the arts and creativity and your imagination. And then Aquarius is the innovator. And Aquarius helps us innovate in all different types of ways in order to make things happen. So a couple of things that I'm seeing for you is that within your goals and aspirations, your vision is going to be really expanding over the next year, and where you are in 1 year from now, you will have innovative ideas that are going to bring you to a vision that you currently have. Maybe you have a vision or goal right now that you would love to manifest in your life, that you would love to achieve. And if so, all of these energies coming together right here, you're gonna think of innovative ways of making that happen. If some of you have things that you want to do online or within the media, or if you have a job that's within the media, I'm seeing that next year, you are going to be even deeper in that than right now. Like you're going to be having achieved broader, wider, greater things by next year in regards to all of those things and all those aspects. So yeah, anyway, visions that you have, aspirations that you have, all of that, you're going to be so much more connected to that. And there's going to be innovative, imaginative things that you are going to be thinking about over this next year that are going to bring you to those goals. I'm also seeing that if any of you have been wanting more recognition or exposure with the media in order to achieve something greater within your career, that is also coming through. Media exposure, media recognition, especially since Aquarius is very connected to like the world and humanity. I am definitely seeing like more exposure for you in your career, especially if you work in a career where that is like beneficial for you. That is coming through. Or if you even have like a side hobby where you're like, oh, that'd be cool if that like took off more. It'd be cool if that got more recognition. Well, there you go. That is definitely coming within the next year. So let's see what else we get for you here. My group 3s. Ooh, let's see what we have here. So we have Page of Wands coming through, and we also have 9 of Cups being reversed. So for one, the Page of Wands coming up, I feel like your creativity over this next year is really skyrocketing. You're going to feel so much more creative. The ideas that you have, like you're going to have new innovative ideas that I feel like those are the things that are actually going to be excelling you towards success of your vision, towards success of your goal. Is like your ability to be creative, to be unique, to stand out. I feel like you are actually stepping into this energy of like, ooh, I'm getting a lot of these really good epiphanies and ideas, and it's new, it's refreshing. It's like, it's exciting. It's things that you feel excited about. So there's this energy of excitement. There's this energy of newness as well, and spontaneity and fun that's going to be associated with a goal that you have. The Nine of Cups being reversed, I feel like there's times where you have felt like progress was slow with certain things in your life, or if you felt where we weren't quite satisfied with where we were at. We kind of felt like we wanted to strive for more. So you are going to be striving for more within this next year. And I also feel like trust, there's a message here from Spirit actually that's saying, trust your intuitive guidance and trust the sparks that you get. Like if you have a spark where you're like, ooh, this would be such a good idea. Let me try this, or let me do something this way. When you get these sparks over the next year, Spirit is really saying to trust those, even if you don't see results from them right away, because this is all leading to the building towards this goal or dream or aspiration that you have. So trust those things, even if you don't see the rewards right away, okay? Continue to trust in that. So that's a message coming through, and then that card wanted to come out. Wheel of Fortune. Things are gonna, okay, Wheel of Fortune is so positive because it talks about karma really moving into our direction. And it also is like reaping the rewards of what we've done so far, the fortune finally coming in, us going through a lucky streak where things just start going our way. So when it comes to, I'm just hearing for some of you, you probably work online or you do something, again, that requires like recognition or media recognition. And the Wheel of Fortune coming up here too. I feel like you're going to go through this streak of all of a sudden where things really start rising and picking up. And so that I see that happening. For those of you that don't work in that area, Wheel of Fortune would talk about the goals that you do want, the vision that you want to strive towards in life. There's going to be things that are happening for you that kind of feel like this roll of good luck. It feels like, oh, I hit the jackpot here. I found the right thing. So continue to listen to those inspirations and to trust those inspirations, trust those small little things that are that you're like, ooh, that's an exciting idea. What if I do that? It might even feel small at the time, but the thing is, all those things are accumulating to kind of like bring you to this new level of fortune. And it's interesting I put Aqua Aura Quartz on this group because I'm just getting a random message that some of you, this is the time to use your voice, right? Like Aqua Aura Quartz is connected to the throat chakra. And I'm hearing like, it's time to use your voice. It's time to speak up. It is time to believe in yourself, to believe that you're worthy, because also Nine of Cups being reversed can also be where we don't feel quite worthy. Yeah. And it's like kind of like, let's step into more of that worth, more of that, I deserve this kind of energy, right? And let's see what else we have. We also have the King of Swords coming up here as well. This is when we kind of put a plan into action. We get a lot more clarity as well. You're stepping more into this King of Swords energy. I see this as your energy, but this also could be a person that's going to be coming into your life as well. But King of Swords, I am also seeing him showing up as an aspect of your energy where you're going to step into mental clarity, mental flow, using your voice, being confident in your voice. There's going to be a lot of opportunities for you to actually use your voice more. There's going to be a lot of opportunities coming into your life that say, use your voice, use your voice, use your voice, to speak up more. And this also has an aspect of like online energy because the swords are also like the internet and things like that. So there's just a lot of themes coming up here where I feel like there's like media recognition or people talking about you, people watching you, seeing you. It's like there's eyes on you, or there's more, again, recognition. People are talking about you, what you've done, things like that, spreading news, word of mouth. There could also be some really important news coming in, or something that's going to like take off for you. I keep getting that message, like something's going to take off for you, or there's some sort of like recognition there that is going to be exciting. Another aspect of this is King of Swords can represent like an opportunity or a person coming into your life, and that would represent an opportunity where it's like a collaboration or an agreement or signing a contract that might be really significant for some of you. This could also be a person coming in that has good news to share or an offer to bring you. An offer such as like, oh, hey, like, I see what you're doing and I'd love to, you know, sign you on for this kind of work, or here's like a, you know, whatever opportunity, you know, could show up in multitude of different ways. But there's like an opportunity coming in, an offer coming in that you will get to decide. And it's a more significant offer. Like the kings they come with a more significant energy than just your average like page or knight or queen. Like the kings are the real deal kind of energy. So with that being said, let's dive into some more cards here for you, and let's see what else we get for where you're going to be at 1 year from now. I also see you being much more confident in your voice as well. So if any of you have been wanting to work on your communication or on your voice, also a poet coming up. That one also talks about voice. Voice can also deal with writing, by the way. So some of you, if you write, or if you use your voice or communication or things like that, your imagination, whatever the case may be, this is really saying that next year you're going to be so much more confident in your voice. Maybe you'll have finished something really big that requires working or writing or speaking. This again, signing contracts. Look at these pens and the paper. There could be a big contract coming your way. There could be something that you are finishing up, such as writing or communicating or planning. Okay, this even says inscribe, envision, write, recite. If any of you have also been like scripting what you desire and you've been utilizing the practice of scripting, get ready, because I feel like those things you're about to start really manifesting that reality. So whatever it is that you've been scripting about, I'm really getting this message like, all right, start welcoming it in, because the Wheel of Fortune coming through here, like it's going to start manifesting and happening in your life, especially if there was this period of pause where it kind of felt like, are my efforts really going anywhere? No, they are, okay? And there's going to be this pickup speed. It's almost like when just about right before the wheel starts turning, there's kind of like this moment of like waiting of this pause, and all of a sudden it just starts turning and you're like, whoa! And things just start happening. Things kind of start pouring in. Opportunities start pouring in. So trust in that. Okay? And let's see what else we get here. Ooh! Lots of cards wanted to come out. Let's go with it. I always feel like Spirit has a lot to say when that happens. So we also have the Enchanter. You're going to definitely feel like this good luck has started pouring into your life. Like magnetize, open, reveal, manifest. Things that you have been trying to manifest, you are literally going to feel like, ooh, you're going to feel in your power. Like you're literally going to have this moment of being like, oh my God, it's happening. And you're magnetizing it and it's manifesting. It's like you're in that enchantress energy where things are getting magnetized your way. And yeah, by next year, you're really going to feel like, oh my God, I did make that happen. I did magnetize those things. I manifested what I set out to manifest. Like, oh, I'm not even making this stuff up, guys. Like, I know that you might be listening to this being like, oh my gosh, are those things really going to happen? Like, yes. Oh my God, it's like literally written here. Like, if you felt attracted to this pile, this is what's here. Like, you know, the cards hath spoken. Let's see what else we have. We have way shower, usher, decide, discern, defend. You're also going to be kind of like, I feel like you're stepping into like the newness, stepping into the unknown, and you're kind of like, you're needing to lead this new energy to be the way shower. Maybe you're stepping into your power of like being more of a way shower, kind of trusting what you have to offer. Then we also have advocate. And this is also when we create more balance in our life, by the way. And also, ooh, signing contracts. Advocate, poet, and then also King of Swords. I am absolutely seeing the signing of some sort of important contract. new opportunities coming your way that you have to kind of be like, oh, is that going to be worth my time and energy? Or, you know, maybe we can adjust this contract to be a bit more lucrative or things like that. But I'm definitely seeing like the signing of a contract coming through. That's like a really big theme in your group. But yeah, so that's coming up. Be discerning about like what's the best deal for you, by the way. That's something that I'm hearing. Be discerning about that. Try to find ways of balance and advocate for yourself. Use your voice. Now's the time to use your voice, and also rising up in your confidence. Like by this time next year, you're going to be so much more of an advocate for yourself and what it is that you deserve and all of that. And you're going to be so much more confident in your voice by next year. Like that's something that you're going to be really proud of. We also have caretaker, end, reunite, serve, and accompany. I'm hearing that Spirit is also saying you are being taken care of. You're being taken care of. You're being watched over. Caretaker, also feel like there's something that you are, like you're really proud of. That you're kind of like, oh, this is my precious, like look what I've done, look what I've created. There's something here. Caretaker can also symbolize being a parent, being a pet owner. If any of you are like, oh, I want to buy a pet. I'm randomly hearing like some of you might take on the job and role of being a caretaker for like an animal, or a caretaker. Some of you might be becoming parents or balancing like work plus family life, but you might take on being a caretaker. I feel like some of you guys might get a pet. Then we also have Archer, focus, align, pivot, and surrender. I definitely see you aiming for bigger things. And the Archer is connected to Sagittarius energy, by the way. So this also could be pinpointing like, oh, I've always wanted to do this thing, and now I can do it. Now I can shoot my shot. Or it's like, I've always wanted to do blah, blah, blah. And now it's like you have the resources to do it, to actually get aligned to it. This energy that I'm getting from this card is definitely you being like, oh, now's my time. It's like reaching your target and getting like, yeah, being able to do something that kind of like you've always wanted to do, but maybe didn't have the resources for prior. And now it's kind of like, oh, I do have the resources for it now. And now you get to make that decision. Some of you, maybe I'm getting that you've really wanted to move somewhere, but maybe you didn't have the resources to do so. And now it's kind of like, oh, now I get to do it. And also for some of you, if you've really wanted to solely focus your career in a certain direction, but maybe you were juggling a lot of things, now you're going to be able to be like, oh, now I get to focus on just that. Now I get to focus my energy just here. It's this energy of now being able to just align and focus and let go of the other things that you kind of didn't want to carry around with you anymore, things that you didn't want to do anymore. Now you're kind of able to focus your energy on the pinpoint of like, oh, I've always wanted to go there and now I can, or I've always wanted to just focus solely on this and now I can. Right? No longer having the other distractions and no longer having to take care of things that you don't want to take care of, and finding that balance, being able to cut things out of your life that you no longer want to do anymore, being able to advocate for yourself and step into your power and be like, you know what? This is me now. This is what I do. And don't bother me with the other stuff because I don't need to do that anymore. It's like you can let that go. Let's see. What else do we have for my group threes? All about where you'll be at by next year. We have reflect. I feel like you're going to be really proud of yourself, where you can almost look at your reflection in the mirror and be like, oh, who's that? That's me. But like in this really proud way. I feel like you're going to be really, really just proud of yourself. There's going to be a moment of being able to reflect on your success, the things that you've done over this last year. And I feel like you're just going to be really, really proud of yourself. And I'm also just hearing that you're going to be more confident in your own reflection. We also have transmute. So other things that weren't working for you before, you're going to be able to transmute those. And I'm also hearing that other tasks that you kind of want to delegate, I'm hearing that you're going to be able to delegate those. And we also have trust coming through. I feel like this is trust in yourself, trust in your voice, trust in your own ability. If you wanted to trust other people and trust life a lot more too, that energy is coming back. Let's see, what else do we have? For my group threes, all about where you're gonna be 1 year from now. All right, so we also have a time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. There also, you might be in this feeling of abundance so much that you're gonna desire to like give time, to give energy, to maybe even give resources. Like some of you might be into like charity or helping a loved one. There's something that maybe you've always wanted to do that you're going to feel now like you have the time and the energy and the resources to do so. Then we also have your commitment is being tested. So I feel like this is coming up as the reminder of our 9 of Cups that was reversed over here. There was that message of don't give up on things just because you don't see results right away, because things are happening in the background. And staying committed to it is going to allow all these things to transpire. But it's all about your ability to stay committed to your vision, trusting in yourself, trusting in those callings that you get, trusting in those inspirations that you get. That's really coming through. All right, so let's see any last messages for my group threes. I also feel like that card wants to come out too. So let's see what we have for you. We have, in the struggle, you find your true calling. Oh, that's so true. That's so true. In the struggle, you find your true calling. That is so freaking true. I can say the times where I've struggled, that is actually where I've found my true callings. Like the times that I've struggled, I've found spirituality, and spirituality healed me, and that's also become my truest, deepest calling. So yeah, that's so true. Anyway, we also have, I am in full alignment with my physical vessel, emotional body, and etheric spirit. Ooh, you're gonna get into deep alignment. Why did I also just randomly hear, if any of you have been feeling out of alignment physically in your body, like with your posture, with your back, your posture's improving. Some of you might go to like a chiropractor or get acupuncture or just improve your posture in general with more awareness. And for some reason, I'm just hearing that that's, you're going to feel more in alignment, and it's going to ease aches and pains that you might have been dealing with. So for some reason that just came through, but also full alignment in your physical vessel, emotional body, and etheric spirit. Then we also have stop apologizing for your feelings. So important. Stop apologizing for your feelings. If you always felt like you had to apologize for feeling certain things, and I feel like you're going to become more unapologetic. You're going to be more in your power, more of your own personal advocate, kind of seeing more truth, being able to trust your own instincts and desires and all of that. Okay, then we also have where you're going, not all can follow. So we don't need everybody to be on our same page in order for us to pursue what we want, right? We don't need everybody to be on our same page. So where you're going, not all can follow, and that's totally okay. Then your last card is I allow my inner child to come out and play. I allow my inner child to come out and play. Over this next year, you're going to be so much more confident to just kind of be yourself, to allow your personality to shine, to allow yourself to have more fun and more ease and be more relaxed in life, which I think is going to be so positive for you in so many ways and so liberating. So I'm so happy for you. And like laughter too, Aqua Aura Quartz, laughter, using the voice and all of that. So really exciting things. My group number 3 is all about where you're going to be at 1 year from now. That is your reading. That is what we have here. Thank you so much for joining me here for today's video. I am sending you so much love, and until next time, bye. All right, my group 4s, if you chose this pile, this is going to be your reading. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so beginning with our Astro Dice, Let's see what we have for you. So we have Jupiter in Gemini in the 7th house. Ooh, my group 4 is where you're going to be at 1 year from now. Okay, so for those of you that are single, I'm just going to say right now, you are going to be in a divine partnership 1 year from now. And it's going to be like, oh, it's going to be significant. This is a significant relationship. It'll probably be the most significant thing that happens over this next year for you is the relationship. And isn't this wild that I put rose quartz on this group? Because rose quartz is such a great crystal for like love and romance and all that. But yes, for those of you that are single, Jupiter is the planet of good luck, good fortune, expansion. Gemini is the sign of the twins, but it also deals with communication and mental connection and learning and communication and all that. But the 7th house, okay, the 7th house is the house of divine union and partnership and close connections, like really deep relationships. It's a house of relationships, basically. You are going to be in a relationship by the end of next year. For those of you that chose this pile and you're already in a relationship, that relationship is going to blossom even more. For example, this could be like going steady, moving in together, getting engaged, getting married, expanding your family, all good luck and good fortune with that. For those of you that you're like, I've already done all of those things, then this would also indicate making the right connections that perhaps you really need right now, because occasionally the 7th house can also indicate really important business partnerships or really important friendships. It can also indicate those. So if any of you are also really looking for the right business partnership or the right like friendships in your life, that is also an aspect of this. And a lot of the times, I will say, by the way, my group 4s is that tarot and predictions often have many layers to them. So often, all the layers in which they represent do end up manifesting all at once. So relationships are going to be a very significant theme over the next year for you. And by next year, important connections that you've been wanting to make, that you've been wanting to call into your life are going to be there. Like romantically, yes. Oh my God, things are going to look amazing in your romantic life. Friendship-wise, you're going to have some of the closest, best, deepest friendships. And for those of you that already even have that right now, things are just getting better, getting closer with those people. If you're wanting to manifest deeper, better friendships, oh my gosh, is that ever going to be there? And this is like really expansive, amazing people that you are going to be meeting. For those of you that have really wanted to network with people for business or finding the right career or getting those connections in order to get somewhere within business or within career. My goodness, are you ever going to manifest those people in your life? Like that's all coming in real strong, really powerful. My group 4 is like, those connections that you're going to be making are going to excite the living daylights out of you in the best possible way. Like it's going to be exciting. So yes, the relationships over this next year are so significant, and Jupiter brings so much abundance in those areas too, by the way. Like Jupiter is just this planet of good fortune and expansion and even travel. And being in Gemini, by the way, there could be some travel opportunities for you regarding like travel opportunities that are with friends, travel opportunities for business, travel opportunities with your partner, such as going on a honeymoon or something like that. All of those are like very much like Jupiter, Gemini, 7th house energy. So travel might be a big part of this next year for you as well, or unlocking kind of travel opportunities with these partnerships that you're going to be making. So let's see what else we get here for you, all about your life in this next year. Let's see what else we have. My group 4s. Oh, I feel like these two cards want to come out. We have Strength, and we also have the Magician being reversed. Okay, so also at the same time, your ability to just be this strong, determined individual is really coming out. Also, the strength to call your power back and to make things happen that you were once doubtful in are also really going to be happening. Something that I'm seeing here too is that part of you in the past maybe was trying to push things without letting the magic of life kind of happen. Perhaps in the past you felt this resistance where it was like, let me use all my strength, all my might, all my power to like make this thing happen, to push myself forward, to do this, to do that. Whereas over this next year, you're actually going to be learning more how to unlock the magic of life, the magic of reality, where things can kind of just flow. And we can be in our power and also magnetize things to us. So that's something also that you're going to be learning as well, is more about the magnetic energy, more about that creation energy, rather than feeling like you need to push so hard for things. Also, aspects of yourself where you felt like, oh, I need to be really strong, or I need to put up a front. You're also going to be opening up and in ways that are going to help your relationships flourish. So that is going to be coming through. And I'm also seeing that you're awakening more of like your inner creator energy. Okay. Let's see what else we get for you. My group 4s. What else is going to be happening over this next year? Within strength, I'm also hearing like your confidence, your radiance is going to be coming through much more powerfully as well. So let's see what else we have over here. So we also have the 5 of Cups. Ooh, I'm hearing that in previous disappointments that you've had, like disappointments when it came to relationships that have let you down. Perhaps there was trust issues that manifested from that, from your past, like relationships that kind of let you down, business partnerships that let you down, friendships that let you down. You're actually going to be healing that this year as well through the positive, healthy relationships that are going to be coming about. You're also learning how to step up into your strength to gain more respect and to have strong, healthy connections, to also move past negative things that once disappointed you. So if any of you have dealt with that in the past, like this is the year where healthy connections are being made, healthy relationships are coming in, and it's all because of the inner confidence that you are getting, your ability to sniff out deception, your ability to not put up with illusions or delusions. Like you're really stepping into your power here next year as well regarding relationships. And that's why relationships are going to freaking flourish this year. And you're going to be connecting with really, really positive ones that you're just going to be really excited and proud of them. We also have Temperance coming through. Temperance is a card of balance. It's the card of mixing two things, by the way. So I'm also seeing this as you balancing relationships in your life, especially if in the past you've had very imbalanced relationships where the give and take was not equal, or if it felt like you had to give up who you were in order for somebody to like you. Ooh. You are greatly leaving that behind. No longer are you ever going to be that, because that was also the Magician being reversed too, is like when we feel like we kind of have to put on a mask or put on a show for somebody else in order for them to kind of like us, in order for, like, if you ever felt like you've had to do that in the past, trust me when I say that you're no longer going to have to do that. It's like you're really being seen for who you are. You're being accepted for who you are. And you're feeling confident in just being who you are. This strength card, like that strength energy is really coming out predominantly, and it's going to help in your relationships so much. I feel like you really just don't want to be not yourself anymore when it comes to all of that. We also have the Tower coming up too. So yeah, like other things, some of you, if you've gone through a Tower moment in your relationships, if you've felt like maybe you were just getting over something, maybe something had recently ended in your life, or perhaps you've been through something that was really tough in your past, this year is like really like the healing of that. deeply healing that. You're also going to have the courage to let go of friendships, partnerships, and things like that that are no longer serving you, by the way, and fully leave those things behind. So that message is coming up. But then there's also those of you, by the way, who maybe you've been in a good space for quite some time. Maybe you've already been in a healthy relationship for a little bit, and that relationship's now moving to the next level, and it's going to allow you to break free from old fears. It's going to allow you to step into your strength. It's going to allow you to move forward to the positive balance. Like, no longer are you settling for things that create imbalance. Like in this 5 of Cups, it's usually shown by 3 tipped over cups and then 2 cups that are in the forward moving direction. Then we have 2 cups right here where it talks about balance. So you're moving towards the balance. You're moving towards the positive. You're moving towards, I'm almost hearing that there were certain relationships that weren't maybe good for you. And again, they might have been in the past, things like that. You're like really letting those go, leaving those things behind. Some of you might also do a big career shift. There could be a really big career shift where you're like, you know what? I no longer want to get treated a certain way. I'm moving towards balance. I'm moving towards being treated good. And dang, are you ever manifesting like the best, most positive relationships, business partnerships in your life, friendships, even because of that willingness to move towards that. So that is also really positive. I'm also randomly hearing, okay, there is going to be a surprise coming in, a positive surprise. There's going to be some sort of positive surprise that might catch you off guard in this next year regarding a relationship. This is like a surprise of like, oh my gosh, that was hiding around the corner from me. That was like this next chapter that was like coming all along. And this Tower card is making me feel like it's this surprise of this like, oh my God, like it's giving me that energy. And usually the Tower is not associated with that type of energy, but for some reason, Spirit keeps showing me like, it keeps showing me the Tower card as a piñata. And imagine the Tower being like the piñata, but it's filled with like a surprise. And then you knock it down, you crash it down, you crumble it down, and you're like, oh my God. That's what Spirit is showing me the Tower card is right now. And I've never interpreted the Tower card that way ever in my life, ever. But Spirit keeps showing that to me. It's like this, that the Tower card is meant to be interpreted as a piñata. It's actual now. We're going to just go with it because I trust Spirit's messages always. So yeah, we got some piñata energy going on where there's going to be like a special surprise happening in this next year. And it's going to be regarding a relationship in your life. And it's going to be a positive, special surprise. So let's see what else we get for you. We also have the Sorceress, Summon, Conjure, Weave, Enchant. So you're also really calling your inner magic. Sorceress is very connected to the magician energy. And this is your ability to weave a vision of what you want. So the web is correlated with weaving together a vision into reality. Let's see what else we get here. If some of you were also not trusting like your ability to create things and you're almost not trusting yourself, you're coming back to self-trust this year as well. Mystic, know, seek, contemplate, philosophize. Yeah, I'm getting this energy of a surprise again. There's a surprise coming through. And also your intuition is going to be really powerful this year as well. And I feel like by next year, there's certain things that you already kind of have an inner feeling for. There's certain things that you're already like, I just know that that's going to happen. I just know. But then get ready because there's also some more surprises beyond that, right? Just like the piñata energy that I was getting. But there's certain things that I feel like you kind of already feel intuitively like they might happen this next year. Spirit is giving you confirmation like, yes, 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 yes. Oh, and then look at this. Look at this. This card rarely comes up in this deck, by the way. This is like one of the most rarest cards that ever comes up in this deck. And it just came up for you, which absolutely makes perfect sense in your reading because your whole reading is like relationships. So you are going to be connecting with the right person this year. Some of you, you might know that you have to leave something behind. You have to maybe leave behind exes. You have to leave behind your past. You have to leave behind old fears, old inhibitions, old wounds, old trust issues. You might have to leave behind all of these different things and use your strength to heal, to balance, to break down those old, again, structures. But what's coming this year is like, woo! The lovers unite, desire, cherish, caress. You're manifesting the most divine partnerships this year. Again, in your romantic life, in your friendship life, and within business partnerships, if that is relevant for you. So, wow, my group fours. This is also a year of healing self-worth doubts. This is a year of calling in self-love. And through this self-love, you are also manifesting real love, real connection, deeper love, deeper connection. All of that. Like, oof, my group fours. There's going to be, you're choosing the new route and to move away from past stuff. And to heal from that. And it is going to be so liberating. It is going to be so healing, so beautiful on so many aspects. You're getting the courage to walk away from situations that don't give you fulfillment. You're getting the courage to walk away from things that have kept you stuck and sad and disappointed. And you're going to be pleasantly surprised at what awaits you on the other side of that. You are going to be so pleasantly surprised. And yes, I'm seeing like you meeting your person, moving in together, possibly getting engaged, married, things like that, depending on where you're at in your timeline. We also have the Explorer coming up. I'm definitely seeing travel too, because the Jupiter Gemini energy, I'm definitely seeing travel. So if some of you really wanted the opportunity to travel more, that is 100% happening over this next year. 100%. You're going to be traveling. This could be, again, with your loved one. This could be with a friend, or this could be even related to career. But I'm seeing much more travel for you in this next year. We also have compassion showing up for you. I feel like this is so connected to your relationship with yourself. Oh my God. And also deeply connected to your relationship with others, of course. But I also feel like compassion, like this patience, this compassion for yourself, this compassion for your healing, that's really coming through so powerfully. And I see this energy of forgiveness, which is going to allow you to heal. And it is going to allow you to move forward and create the most beautiful connections. I'm also seeing that other people are going to really see the compassion that's within you. And it's one of your most beautiful qualities. So your ability to kind of like really open up in this deep way is going to be happening. Your ability to explore completely new things, completely new opportunities, to also travel and also explore your internal world more. I feel like you're going to be exploring love on a deeper level in this next year than you've ever explored it before. You're going to be exploring relationships on a much deeper level. You're going to open up on a much deeper level that maybe you never felt comfortable to before because there was wounds in the way. There was old expectations in the way. There was old disappointments. Like if any of you have come from like divorce or other situations where it just kind of left this imprint of like bad expectations or lack of trust or fear of abandonment, all of those types of things, I'm hearing that that's going to be broken down this year, and it's going to allow you to heal and move on from it. And to also deepen love in your life, to deepen romance, connection, and relationships. It's literally going to help you heal relationships. So let's see what else we get here for you, my group 4s. What else do we have, my group 4s? Ooh, all right, let's see. So we have your commitment is being tested. Commitment issues are healing. Fear of other people's commitments is healing. Being able to get the trust that you need, being able to commit yourself. Oh, we also have more Gemini energy coming through. Answers you need are coming, so getting down to the truth of things. It's interesting, we have Gemini coming up here and here. Communication. You're learning how to so deeply communicate in ways that are going to heal relationships. It's also going to allow you to trust. You also have bring love into the situation. You are coming with a heart more full of love, more ready for love, more open for love. That we have nothing is yet set in stone. So I also feel like you are healing these old fears that you might have had, old worries of like, is this fated for me? Am I meant to be this way? Is this going to be all that's left for me? I feel like you're healing from those fears that used to pop up. We also have you're very close to achieving your goal. Wow. So the things that you've been wanting to manifest, the things that you've been wanting to create in your life are coming in. You are very close to achieving your goal. Yeah, this whole theme for your group 4 is just very much about relationships and also about travel too. But relationships are just like the most significant thing, and you're going to be really pleasantly happy with how things turn out for you in 1 year from now, about how things shift and change around, the surprises that are coming your way. And let's see, any last messages for my group 4s all about where you're going to be at 1 year from now, your life 1 year from now. You're definitely in love, I can tell you that. Okay, we also have this will all feel kind of terrible until it doesn't. So things that we need to let go of sometimes, ways in which we need to open up and be vulnerable, ways in which we need to communicate, can all feel kind of terrible until it doesn't. Like sometimes us just opening up can feel so scary. It can feel so nerve-wracking. But it only feels that way until you're on the other side of it and then you're like, oh my God, it's done, it's over with. And also I survived and I'm okay. So yeah. And then usually we actually feel so glad that we did that, because when we open up, when we communicate, it heals things. It helps things move forward. And then we feel so much better after, and we're like, oh my God, wait, why was I so scared of that? Okay. And then what would your higher self say to you? So you are always connected to your higher self. And one thing that you can do is embody, okay, like if I were my higher self right now, what would I tell my human self? What would I tell my grounded self? And you will actually get answers from that because you have all that wisdom within you. Then we also have the card, things are always changing, shifting, and evolving. What is true today may not be true tomorrow. So realize that you're always shifting and evolving. And if you feel new ways, if you feel new things, you're totally valid for that. You're allowed to communicate it. You are allowed to talk about it. You are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to change. You're allowed to want new things. And then we also have the journey is the process. Enjoy the journey. And I feel like you're really going to be enjoying the journey. Like this is a very fun journey that's opening up for you in this next year. And you're also going to be exploring more things. I feel like there's going to be really good memories. And I almost feel like you're going to be able to look back on your photos that you take over this next year. And in 1 year from now, you're gonna be able to look back on those photos and be like, oh my God, I just had like the best times with like my friends, my relationships, my travel, the opportunities that are gonna come your way. You're just gonna be like, oh my God, look at what happened. And I feel like there's gonna be really significant photos that you're sharing over this next year that are like exciting. It's like exciting news to share, right? That Gemini energy, the exciting news to share and all of that. So that is what we have here for you. My group number 4 is all about where you're going to be at 1 year from now, the things that are going to be happening that are coming in, and your ability to also communicate your wants and needs within your career relationships are also going to be, that's going to benefit you so much. It's literally going to benefit you so much. It's going to help break down old structures, old blocks, areas in your life where you felt blocked within communication, areas in your life where you felt blocked within your progress. Oh, if you felt blocked in your progress when it came to your career or your relationships, that is also breaking down. Spirit is saying that that's breaking down too. That's also why the Tower is coming up, is because you're breaking down where there was blocks, communication blocks, talking about your needs, blocks when it came to moving forward and seeing things progress. All of a sudden, nope, they're progressing now, okay? Those blocks are being broken down through communication, through vulnerability, through connection, through learning better communication, literally Gemini energy, learning better communication. Those blocks are going to be dissolved. So that's going to allow things to move forward. That's going to allow the magic back into your life, okay? And you're going to feel strong enough to do these things because you're really just like getting into that confidence, right? Okay, so anyway, that is what we have here for you. My group number 4 is all about what's going to be transpiring over the next year and where you're going to be at 1 year from now because of all this rose quartz energy. You're going to be in romance, in love with your relationships, in love with life. It's no wonder we put rose quartz on this group. It just makes so much sense. So anyway, that is what we have for you. I'm sending you all so much love. Thank you so much for joining me here. And until next time, bye.